Follow to be a hero. The Philippines is one of the 48 countries here in Asia. A country that you can call as one of the peaceful place. A place that's full of happiness and joy. A place that you can say that you are free to live. Enjoy the tourist spots, delicious foods, and hospitable people. But all of that was changed when the pandemic comes. A peaceful place become noisy. The happiness and joy change into sadness and lonely. And the place that you can live free is now surrounded by the dangerous COVID-19. March 1, 2020. The first case of COVID-19 has been reported. Because of the news, many people don't know what to do. And they didn't have enough knowledge about the COVID-19. But what is COVID-19? What is nCoV? What is virus? What is pandemic? The COVID-19, also known as coronavirus disease, caused by the transmission of severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, or must be called SARS-CoV-2, which was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan, China. The outbreak was declared a public health emergency of international concern in January 2020 and a pandemic in March 2020. Many things was changed, not only in our country, but in the whole world. In the schools, stores, company, and even the church, the transportation, the job of all has been affected too. Everywhere and everyone has been affected, and it caused to create many questions in our mind. What will I do during this quarantine? What can I do to prevent COVID-19? What I need to prepare during this time of period? What government do to prevent the increasement of COVID-19 patients? Lastly, how can I survive on this pandemic? A lot of questions, but we are the only one who can solve and find the answer of it. All of us wasn't ready on this pandemic. We don't expect this crisis that makes our life difficult. This pandemic changed a lot on an everyday life and affect thousands of people. On the first day on this pandemic, I noticed that some people didn't take it so seriously because some people think that it's just a simple virus that can cure easily. In the social media, many people make it fun and joke. But when we are in the middle of the pandemic, we take it so seriously because the cases become higher. The people become paranoid and scared, and it causes hoarding of face masks, foods, and other personal needs. I know it's hard to accept and face this problem, but I can tell that we get to habituate to it. Just like on what I read on the social media, it tells, hindi na tayo naghahanap ng paraan, natututo na lang tayong masanay. Every problem has solution, and even we are in pandemic, we can do a lot of things. The government create many protocols to be followed by netizens. That's the one you can do on this pandemic. To follow and follow. First protocol that passed by the government is to wear face masks and face shields. It helps us to protect ourselves if we go to the outside of our house. They told also to observe physical distancing because the COVID-19 can easily transfer if we get closer to each other. Third protocol is to always stay at home because our house is the safest place for us nowadays. Did you know that you can help our country by just following the protocols and guidelines? All of us can be frontliners of our own country by just protecting ourselves. Like on what I read on social media, protect yourself the virus and you can save life. It means that when you follow, you can be a new hero. If you don't know what to prepare during this quarantine, the answer is to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself to possible changes of our country. Even if it's hard, trust yourself that you can do it. Find a job, create a new hobby, and explore your capability. While doing that, always remind these 5 easy steps to prevent COVID-19 in your area. Practice good hand hygiene. Avoid coughing or sneezing on your hands. Stay at home if you feel the symptoms of COVID-19. Consider alternative handshaking and try to avoid touching your face. Practice good hand hygiene sounds so simple, but it helps to prevent the transmission of a virus from one to another person. Covering a cough or sneezing is important because the virus can transfer by air. If you feel the symptoms of virus, do quarantine immediately. Extending a handshake is a common greeting or sign of respect, but your hands can carry bacteria and virus. So that, think some alternative sign of respect like peace sign. Lastly, avoid touching your face. If droplet containing your hands, touching your eyes, nose, and mouth should be the primary way to transfer those droplets into your body. We have many things to do to have change in this pandemic. We just need to prepare ourselves and we will be safe. Our country has faced many trials, but we successfully faced and survived on it. It means that we can also survive on this pandemic. In every problem, we become stronger and stronger because we never lose hope and we trust each other. Even we don't know what to do and we didn't have enough knowledge, we're still confident to face it. Always think that we are the answer of our own question. We need to do is to make a work. Don't lose hope and trust that change is coming. Pandemic is just a test that the Lord was given on us. We are not ready on this pandemic and we didn't expect this crisis. So that the only thing to do is to face it and take it so seriously. The only thing that you need to prepare on this pandemic is yourself. Get ready on the possible changes in our surroundings. Follow the rules and regulations. I know it's hard to calm nowadays, but always be not paranoid and scared. Always remember that you are not only the one on this fight. We are here, your kababayans. We have many things to do during this pandemic, but the best way to solve this problem is to follow. If you successfully do that, I am sure that you can survive on this pandemic. This is the time, and this is the sign that you can also be part of the change of our country. Always think this saying. Remember that our present situation is not our final destination. The best is yet to come. It means that it's not the time to lose hope because a better future will come on the right time. Just trust yourself, trust others, and trust our God Almighty.